party people.
Hello.
Hello, everyone,
We
and
did
welcome
it.
to a very special live edition of the Party of One podcast, the actual play RPG podcast, where the gaming table is always set for two. I am your host, as always, Jeff Stormer, coming to you live on Twitch for, if you can believe it, the first time in the 7.5 years that we have done the show. I find this fact, I realized this, Dylan, as we were getting ready to record today, or like Monday. It was Monday when I was putting together the first like promo tweet. I was like, hey, we've never done this before.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm very happy to be experimental with you. That's very fun.
I am happy to be like, there is no one that I could better trust in this scenario to carry this through than my good dear friend Dylan. So this is Party of One. This is an actual play podcast focused on two-player role-playing games. We are going to sit down. We are going to play a two-player game. And joining me live today on Twitch is Dylan. Dylan, thank you so much for coming on Party of One.
Thank you for having me. Hi, I'm Dylan. What's up, everybody? Or Superdillin is fine too. Please use she, he, and they pronouns for me when you talk about me behind my back. And yeah, I'm really excited to be here playing games with you. I'm especially excited that we're gonna get to play one of my games and maybe my favorite one, my pride and joy. So I'm jazzed about that.
I'm so thrilled. I'm so like, I this is one of those games that like it's been sitting in my back pocket specifically for us to play, and so when the opportunity presented itself, and I was like, what games can, like, I was like, I want to do some live stuff on Twitch. I was like, this is the game. This is the one that I wanted to play. Tell us about the game that we are playing this week.
Okay, this game is called Guys and Chairs. I don't know, Jeff, have you ever had the fantasy that you would get superpowers, you'd get bitten by the radioactive spider, or you would fall into the vat of miraculous goo, or what have you?
I've never engaged in a piece of superhero media in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know that you're lying to me. All right. So I have never really had that fantasy for myself. My fantasy is that someone I love would come to me one day and be like, I have something to tell you. And that they would tell me that they were a superhero.
That makes me so happy. Like, I can't express how happy that knowledge makes me.
I think about it all the time. It's not just superheroes too. Like, if somebody came up to me and was like, Dylan, I have to confess to you, a year and a half ago, I was bitten by this bat, and ever since then, like, I want to be the
you want to be a good friend. You want to be a good friend, and I appreciate that.
I do. I want to be a good friend, and I want to be in on the big secret, and I want to help out from behind the scenes so bad.
That makes me so happy to know this. And so this is a game of the ordinary friends of spectacular individuals. We
Yes.
are going to play some guys in chairs is what we're going
Yes.
to play. We are going to play the ordinary people accompanying or watching from the sidelines and helping our spectacular friends when things go especially wrong.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And yeah, so this is a game played with a D6 die, and is pretty loosey-goosey. The game as written is for, a group of 3 or more, but I have a fun idea on smushing it into just the 2 of us.
I'm listening.
Well, so how this game goes is normally the GM would bring up the complications one for each player at a time and cycle through until everyone has gotten to go. I think we should kind of take turns presenting like the complications, and we should each have an unremarkable BFF.
110%. Now the question is, are we the unremarkable BFFs of the same super person, or is there a superhero team up happening just off screen?
So there is a superhero team up happening. That is the other part of this. There is, in all of my games, I try to put some emotional turmoil. And the emotional turmoil in this particular scenario is that our two superhero best friends don't normally work together. Now they have to because this scenario, what have you, has gotten out of hand. And that's complicated for us because our superheroes either unhealthily idolize each other or hate each other.
Incredible.
And so we carry that with us as we go to help.
I love this. I love this a lot. I like this energy. This is good. Great. That is fantastic. So, do you have an idea of what your superhero friend is, or do you want to decide what your side character is? Like, do you have any thoughts on character? Because I am going to roll on this table for what my character brings to the table and go from there.
If you're rolling, I'm rolling.
All right. I'm going to roll a d6, decides what my character brings to the table. I have rolled a 1, which is a tech whiz.
You got the tech whiz. All right. I got 6, the medic, which is very in character, so that's fine. All right, so I'm the medic. You're the tech whiz.
Yes.
Okay. So what kind of supers do we want to go with? Are we going like classic superheroes, supernaturals?
I am thinking, like, I'm sitting with the idea, I'm thinking about character, like, I'm envisioning the superhero movie for a character that needs, like, a tech whiz character, right? I'm envisioning the kind of story that would have a tech whiz side character.
Sure.
And the immediate vibe that I get is... So for mine, I am definitely leaning in the direction of, like, a superhuman, like a large, somebody, like a superhero-ass superhero that is, like, somebody got hold of a superpower and they need somebody to do the technical stuff on the back end. The dynamic that pops into my head is me rattling off a bunch of, like, technical things and then hearing in my ear the peak Marvel quip, and I say that with all the emotions that conjures, is I say a bunch of technical things and then I hear, can you say any of that in plain speak, or what's going on there?
Oh my god.
It's that vibe. That's the vibe
that's the vibe you're going for.
That's the vibe that I get in my head when I picture this character and the superhero they relate to.
Great. Excellent. Okay, so good. I'm gonna say that my superhero that I am besties with is like a superhero that has like a sort of gigantism skill, like where they get giant.
Big. Yeah,
they get big.
Love it.
And I think also what I am going to decide about them is that they're like kind of a new superhero.
I like that.
That they've like just recently gotten into this world saving thing. And we've been besties for forever. I'm thinking childhood best friends.
That feels good. That feels good.
Goes way back. And all right, so the drama. What do we want? Do we want the drama to be that we just love each other so much, or that we hate each other a little bit?
I feel like I like a good hate, and
yeah.
So I'm hearing you describe the like childhood friendship that you have with your hero. My brain immediately went to a particularly cursed place that I'm now leaning heavily into with my character. I have found it, and I will not apologize for it.
Great.
Because like I was envisioning, so the thing that I had said, right, that like I rattle off some tech lingo and then somebody like yells back at me.
Yeah.
The like hearing you be like described like a childhood best friend and someone that like I kind of was like, what would the opposite look like? And also the tech whiz. I am the tech dispatcher. I am the like dispatcher for like if you, and especially if you are like a newer superhero, I am the dispatcher for like a long-standing superhero team. I am
Oh
the
my God.
superhero equivalent of Danny DeVito in Taxi. Is where my
Yes.
brain has gone.
Fantastic. Good. Okay. Great. And so our supers don't like each other.
No.
And I think obviously for me, the loyalty runs deep. So if my bestie doesn't like you, I'm sorry, but it's over for you. You are not you're not my friend.
I think
So
I don't.
that's the
I
energy.
think I don't like anybody, and I think that
Okay.
I think that like I don't like anybody. I don't like anybody that hasn't been around for a while. I am. I I don't know why the like the phrase superhero union rep is such a funny one to me. And like the idea of
Well,
like
get
a
it.
young hero that like I'm just like, your paperwork in order. Your paperwork in order. What the fuck am I gonna do? What the hell am I gonna do with you? You don't got your paperwork in order. Like, I can tell you where you're going, but like you don't got your paperwork in order. Like this is
You
my
need
hell.
two forms of ID to
That
get the suit back.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I can't give you access to the satellite system until you have filled out the requisition. You're flying up and you're snatching the satellite system. This is great. This is gonna be all day. All
That's
day.
another citation, just so you know. We're
That's
gonna
gonna-
have a meeting.
I'm gonna be on a Zoom call all day about this now. This is great. This is great. That's all right. So we're done. We did it.
We did it. Wait, we almost did it. We need names. All right, what's your superhero's name and what's your name?
My superhero's name is I'm just gonna go with what popped into my head, like,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna spin it from there. My superhero is Beowulf in the Marvel like Hercules tradition, because like that's also really funny if like the comic book version of Beowulf is like has to deal with a spicy union rep who like is like giving him tech supplies. Like that's
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
it's specifically the character was like relaunched in like the mid teens, like post God of War as like a God of War like tie-in superhero. So
Yeah.
like that's the vibe, I think.
Okay.
That's the energy is like it's big like Thor. The movie Thor has just come out. The game God of War has just come out. So it's a yet another superhero with like a big sword that flies in and fights monsters.
Perfect. Great. And then what is regular guy? What is your regular guy's name? Union rep for the
It's
superheroes.
Lou Jurgensen. It's Lou Jurgensen.
Lou Lou Jurgensen. Got it. Okay.
Lou
Uh
Jurgensen. Give me a second. Talk to me about your character while I fuck with an acronym. I need it explicit
okay.
what I'm doing here.
Okay. Hear me out. My superhero's name is Max. That's like their normal human name. And so when they got their power to become all big and stuff, they started going by Gigantamax.
Gigantamax is very good.
And my unremarkable BFF character will be Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah.
I am specifically I am also called I am Lou and also called MHR, which is the acronym for Metahumans Regional.
MHR. You go by the company name? You
It's
let people call you that?
It's
No, that's so sad, and it does make Charlie hate you a little bit more, just so you know.
So what it is I think it is less like it's less that I like let people call me that, I think, and more that like that I go by that as my like radio call name, as a way of being like, this is MHR Beowulf, we've got you on a drop site, you're on trajectory. Lou, can I just call you Lou? No, don't call me Lou. This is an unprotected channel. For Christ's sake, be professional. All I'm asking is for be professional.
Wow. Yeah, great.
That wow was what I am going for with this
character. So much. So can I propose that we do have like some sort of little, I'm going to throw this into your court as to which it is, but I'm thinking either some sort of like intern or like tiny robot creature that is feeding us updates from the outside.
Oh, we've got a little robot. It's absolutely...
We got a little robot? Okay.
What? The little robot is voiced by Paul F. Tompkins, and it is like it is just like a delightfully chipper robot. It is
great.
It has the energy of a Paul F. Tompkins character, is all I can say.
Do you have a Paul F. Tompkins impression in the chamber?
I might. Give me a second.
Okay, good.
I've got an update, and it's not a great one, and it's just that's the tone.
Yeah, that's the energy. That's perfect. All right. So we have our stats. We've got our names. Yeah. We know about our supers. Do you have strong feelings about what the scenario is that's going on that were to bring us together? Because it's got to be, there's something going on out there that's brought these two superheroes to work together.
So let me ask you this. I think that this is the question I want to ask you, because I want to find the middle of the Venn diagram that is the comic book team up of these two characters. What do you envision Gigantamax's like issue to issue status quo is? Like, what is the niche from story to story that Gigantamax is dealing with?
Okay, so his monster of the week.
Yeah, what is the monster of the week for Gigantamax?
For Gigantamax, it's like just almost always like somehow either somebody, some kind of way too big monster has arrived, or a very, very big piece of tech has gone out of control from, scientist with too big a brain and too much ego.
Cool. Okay, so then that makes it very easy for me to envision what the crossover is, because like I absolutely envision Beowulf is also like a monster, like a proper like monster slaying hero.
Okay.
Like it is big supernatural. It's big supernatural energy where it's like whatever folklore thing got featured on Lore that week, like that's just what got written into the comic. Like that's whatever showed up in a podcast that the writers had heard that week is like, well, this is all right. You're fighting a Babadook this week. Cool. And so like if there's like a properly giant monster that is also like some kind of ancient folklore thing, that is the vibe. And maybe it is that like maybe a wizard has summoned a troll, and like the troll is
Yeah.
gonna open a seal to the realm of unending torment. Like
Yeah.
it is. And like is I guess my question for for Charlie and Gigantamax is like that level of supernatural outside of your normal thing, or is that like in line with the normalcy of your stories?
No, because this, you know what? Because the stakes are higher. Because the whole other dimension thing has implications beyond just this present day town. So that's why it's a little bit bigger.
I
It's a
like
little
that.
bit bigger of a deal. Yeah.
Cool. I like that a lot. That's good. And I think that this is more public. I think that how this differs from
Yeah.
Beowulf's normal thing is like Beowulf's normal day to day, like issue to issue vibe is it's got a Witcher energy to it where it's a
Oh,
lot of like
sure.
foggy corridors and like it's kind of there's a little bit of
Yeah.
Hellboy to it where it's like there's always like a foggy moor and like
Yeah.
I come out and I slash somebody with a sword and now
Right.
it's like in a city street.
Yeah. On the other side, that Gigantamax's battles are almost always super public, super like high profile, just because of the sheer size of it
Love
all.
it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it a lot.
Okay. OM fucking G. Okay, so we are in, where are we? Where some basement somewhere.
Yeah,
Or
I think that like
yeah.
I think I get big like MHR like headquarters.
Oh, are we at MHR headquarters?
I think it's like
I do like
it's like
that.
the regional it's a regional branch or it's like a branch of it's like the union it's a union hall is what it is.
Yeah.
So like there is a bar and there's like a shuffleboard board and like it is all it's like an American Legion Hall aesthetic. I think is like what it kind of looks like.
So as like chaos reigns outside, and Charlie has gotten this, gotten the call from Gigantamax being like, I'm sorry, but you have to go down to MHQ because because I'm working with Beowulf on this one. And so Charlie's got to like walk into this building and she walks in, takes a look at this environment with this shuffleboard and this like echoey hallway and is just like, huh.
There is absolute like I think oh no is so oh the robot's a wait like the robot doubles as a waiter like that's just
Yeah, of course.
walks
Obviously.
walks over with like I think like I think you look around and it is empty inside, right? Like
Sure.
it is completely empty and then from behind the bar like this little tiny um robot shades of the Power Rangers Alpha not Alpha 5 Alpha 5
Yeah.
the robot yeah the Power Ranger the big
Yeah.
flying
Oh,
saucer
it's
head
got,
robot
blinking little visor. Yeah.
yeah pops up welcome would
Oh.
you like a drink
Oh, no, I would not. Are you
I've already started making a Shirley temp
are are you Lou Jurgensen?
and I think like you see like you see from like a side room from like there's like lights of TVs and you just hear uh, you're supposed to call ahead it comes strolling out
Oh, well, that's a marginal relief. And she walks past the robot and over to the nearest table surface, pops down like a gigantic, hefty med bag, and is like, There wasn't time to call ahead. This was an emergency if you can't hear the crashing and explosions.
Yeah, I can hear the crashing and just, it's this is when protocol matters more than ever. I guess is really just what I want to convey in this moment. This is when, it's more important than ever to call ahead, confirm, get meetings in order. Cause like, if we're not doing it now, what's the point of doing it when it's called?
Uh-huh. You know what? I will take that drink, actually. Something hydrating. And she's gonna kind of sit down, pop open the med bag, pull out like a tablet, and just prop it up on a table somewhere. They're probably just going to handle it and it's gonna be fine. But we we can handle this if anything goes wrong.
It'll be fine. I mean, this is all at the moment pretty by the books. I could pull up the fight on the TVs if you want, but also, I mean, I could also there is a Simpsons marathon on, and I could also pull up. I think that we're not quite in the golden age. If you wanted, I could just put that on instead.
The Simpsons.
Just,
The yellow guys?
the yellow guy, the yellow. I'm just going to put on the fight. I can't right now. I'm just going to put on the fight.
Yeah, that's for the best.
The yellow guys. This is too much. And I think like the second that we turn on the TV, we get our first complication.
Yeah, do it.
It's like and I think what it is that Lou like has like flipped the TV on behind him, and it's this like big flat screen like that like is now playing, and there is just something going catastrophically wrong on them, and he's just taking a sip of the Shirley Temple like it's a hallmark of modern animation, and like lights and sirens are flashing behind him.
Okay.
So
about the yellow guys.
let me put this. I'm gonna say this briefly. I'll throw this to you if you have any thoughts, but I also want to throw this to the chat.
Okay.
Chat, you have a role to play in this as well. If you have suggested complications for the fight that is unfolding, please throw them in the chat, and we will integrate them into the story that we are telling. The scenario as we open is, I'm envisioning like that the site we see on the TV is specifically it is like the natural, like the city's natural history museum.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like a history museum where like there was something on ancient mystical relics, and the pre-crawl, or like the side thing that we see to you coming in, or like the pre-credits to this episode we see is like it's some scary looking guy in like an all black suit doing the hands behind the back pose in front of some kind of exhibit.
Never trust a wizard with their hands behind their back. I always say that.
That's just good. That's just practical is really what it is. And like suddenly a big scary, like a troll crawled out from like a simulated cave and continued to grow larger and larger, and now half the museum is torn to shreds.
Okay, so they're popping out of the museum. I feel like to add to this, the picture of this scene, that Gigantamax like was like, no problem, I got it. Because he's young and scrappy, and he's like, there's a big dude coming out of the museum, time to go to work. And that the magic portion of it, this like portal opening up, stirs slightly after, which is when he calls for backup, and MHQ sends
I like that.
Beowulf.
I like that a lot, and I also like that Beowulf. Who flies? A Beowulf can like
Beowulf
fly.
can fly.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Like flies, and like we obviously every superhero team up starts with the heroes fighting, right? That's just.
Oh yeah. It's like,
And
they
so I
sent
think
you?
like
Yeah.
there's like a moment of like Beowulf kind of grabs Gigantamax by like the scruff of his collar and just kind of like whips her down the block a little bit.
Yeah.
Like goes tumbling. Sorry, what are Gigantamax's pronouns and Charlie's pronouns?
Let's go for let's go with all she, he, and they for both.
Got it.
Because that makes me happy. So
Love it.
and what about Beowulf and Lou Jurgensen?
Lou Jurgensen is he, his, Beowulf is they, theirs.
Got it.
And I think Beowulf, they grab Gigantamax by the scruff of her collar and just sort of like, with super strength, sort of like shove them off their feet and give like a, I have spent weeks hunting the mystical curse that would open this portal, and you show up exposing my work to everyone around, and then like the troll just like grabs them and throws them to the ground.
Yeah, and I think what also happens is as Beowulf throws Gigantamax down, Gigantamax like mid fall back, like has to like shrink back down to normal size, and it's like, not cool. Could have crushed like 20 people, and then like goes back into big size and just like ungracefully smacks Beowulf out of the wizard's hands. So like saving them, but not nicely.
Right, of course. That's great. So,
yeah.
So I say this to you and I say this to chat. What is our first complication? The fight is underway. What has gone horribly wrong?
I'm gonna give the chat like a minute, but I'm mulling something over.
I'm gonna sit and think about this. And if the chat, I've got some thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, either way, I will pocket them for later.
I think
complication, there's a field trip inside the museum.
Oh no, the children. Oh, that's very good.
That is very good.
That's real
Thank
good.
you, Andre.
Andre, that's real good. Okay, yeah, there is a field trip
yeah.
inside the museum. There are children in danger.
Yeah.
That's good. That's real good.
So I think as we describe, Gigantamax smacks Beowulf out of the wizard's hands, and is now like tall enough to get a view of where like this giant creature has just popped out of the museum, and is seeing like the kids like cowering in the corner. And it's like, crap. And then at the same time, back in house, we see this on screen.
I think what we see is Beowulf goes flying, like it's swatted out of the troll's hand, goes flying, crashes into the school bus that the kids were going, like the kids got brought to the museum. It is like an empty school bus. We get a shot of the bus driver like next to it eating a sandwich, watches somebody crash into the bus, just not my problem.
Yeah. Oh boy. It's always kids.
Not kids. Oh.
Yeah, it's always kids.
I just, with their faces, it breaks your heart,
Well, they're very fragile. That's all.
All right, let's.
Well, I mean, we have I can't just run in there and patch up these kids in the middle of this fight.
Well, I don't want them to get hurt, and that's because I don't want them to get hurt to begin with. So what we're gonna do is we gotta find a way to get them out of the scenario, out of the crisis zone before it gets hot. Right now we're currently dealing at a problem level I mean, I gotta carry the 2 at a 4. I think this is currently a 4, so like we have time to get them out. Once we're at like a 6, then they're kind of trapped in place. We've got some
Okay.
time. That's a good thing.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. And how do you propose we do that?
Uh, I mean, I was hoping that you weren't going to ask me that until I had some time to BS a solution.
Well, you seem to have a real handle on things. I just was curious, that's all. The protocols and procedures and the guidelines and the handbooks and all of that.
Uh, I a lot of it's tied towards evaluating things. It's taking action that's usually the guy on the field. Usually I'm kind of just given the numbers, but I think we can spin something. Let's head into the war room.
Okay.
We go into the side room, and
Yeah.
it is the most absurdly high tech, ridiculously outfitted, like, but it is also like what would be like a manager's office in one of these union halls. So it's this cramped little room that just has like every surface is a touch screen, and there is just one cramped little chair in the middle of the room.
Mm. Okay. Hmm.
Would you like to sit, or can I take the seat?
No, no, no. That's for you.
I appreciate this. All right. What we can do is if we yeah, I think if we flood, no, not flood, if we divert the sewers, if we
Uh-huh.
divert fluid from the sewers, we can direct the kids underground. There's enough damage that they should be able to safely find like a ladder down. They go down. Fluids have been diverted. We get them out like 3 blocks. Currently, we've allotted like a 3 block crisis zone. The kids go down. They go to the left. We've got light control down there, and we can just light their way, give them a path forward. Pretty simple, like civic grid management, right? That sounds right, right? Right?
Oh, I mean, all that sounds good. Do you think that it's a great idea to have children hopping into a sewer, and traveling? Do you think that that's gonna be? I mean, it's just you're putting a lot of faith into the organization of and the following of direction of a group of children, and I find that to be very enthusiastic of you. Um, which is nice.
Are
Um,
you telling me that you did not crawl into the sewers when you were a kid?
no, I didn't.
Never once.
Not not
You
once.
didn't get like 3 or 4 of your friends together. You pop a sewer lid, you crawl down, you wander around. Never once.
I really don't. I need you to stop trying to relate to me on this. It's not going to happen. I
What do children
don't.
do if not? You know what? I don't even want.
Mhm, mhm, yeah. But fine. No, no, no. Go ahead. Let's
Here's
see if the children jump into the sewer and follow your guiding light away from danger. I would be interested to see that.
Let's give it a shot. I've got a backup plan if it doesn't work. I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot, and I'm gonna make a roll. Would you call this a brain? So walk me through dice rolling in Guys and Chairs.
Yeah, sure. It's all very scientific. I think you're going to add your relevant skill to this. I believe that this is definitely your brains.
Okay.
This is going to require a lot of different moving parts, including like hacking into the city sewer system and the traffic system, the grid system. You've got a lot of brains at work there. So you're going to add a +3 to that.
Okay. So at the D6 plus 3, I am not aiding my super. I think I'm sitting here, and I'm sitting with this, and I think partially to pull you into this so that we have a better chance of success. I think that Lou like freezes for a moment, quietly gets over himself, Do you do like you're like a doctor or something?
Paramedic.
Can you like talk to patients? Is that like a legal thing?
I can, can I speak with them? Yes, I can speak with them.
Okay. How are you with kids?
Uh, I mean, I patch them up just fine.
And I think he like looks around and he grabs what looks like just a busted old Xbox headset and just like hands it like sort of like hands it in your direction. You're playing chaperone.
Ah, okay. I'm loving your plan.
This feels I mean, you said it yourself, you don't trust the kids to take the directions. I am trusting that you know how to deal with kids.
Okay. Then we can both roll on that.
That is an 8 on my end.
Mm-hmm. And that is a 1 for me. We will still make it. I believe.
Yes, because what skill are
Because
you using? Because you rolled a 1
I'm
plus your.
yeah, I'm using my empathy.
I think this is empathy. I was about to say.
I'm using my empathy, so it's going to be a 3 total. So we will still pass, but I think just how it looks. So like how is this playing out from the sewer perspective?
I think that like we get the shot of the kids and they are cowering, and what happens is like they are like cowering in a little room, right? Like
Yeah.
they've hid away in one of the like in like a dark room theater is what it is. So like there's a little flickering thing playing. All the lights suddenly like you see Lou like hit some buttons and all the lights turn on. And over the loudspeaker, what do the kids hear you say?
If you don't get your grimy little butts into that equally grimy sewer, you will die. You will die so horribly that I I I will have to tell your parents about it.
Is that how you talk to kids? That's not.
And it will not be pretty. They will
That
be
can't be.
weeping, and it will be your fault because you didn't follow directions.
That
Do you
can't
hear me?
be.
Get inside that sewer
That can't be how you talk to
right
kids.
now. And, and miraculously, they do.
The kids run in just a panic. And we cut back to like that entire time. And Lou is just, you can't, that can't be. I thought you said you talked to, like, I thought you said you were good with kids.
I did not. I said I patched them up. That is
You
my
know what?
job.
That is on me. That is on me, and I apologize. I overestimate. I read into a situation, and that is on me, and I apologize.
That's correct.
We should not. You do need to learn how to talk to kids, though. That was terrifying.
I am doing just fine.
That's fine. I understand. You know, I also do not tend to talk to children. It's not in my line of work. Speaking of, how is the child that you work with doing?
Uh, First of all, he's not a child. He's perfectly capable adult.
He is
And
what? He's what? 13?
He is 18 and he's doing a great job at this. If you haven't noticed, he just saved your guy from getting crushed by a giant hand.
And I think something has to go wrong in this moment.
Yeah.
This feels like chat. Do you have any suggestions for what goes wrong in this moment?
Would love to hear him. Would love to. I think if I'm being honest, I do think I have set up Gigantamax for a big fail in this moment narratively.
I think Beowulf is very set up for a fail. Like, I think
Yeah.
in this instance, I think that we have both put so much confidence in our heroes that like this is
Yeah.
the moment where things just go as wrong as they can go.
Bad. Yeah. Well, that is the point. Let me see. I'm going to give chat another second, but if not, I do have an idea.
I think, have an idea.
You do?
I think so.
Do you want to do you want to go for it?
Yeah.
Do it.
I think that the fight is going well. I think that we cut back and as you are saying, Gigantamax is an adult and is perfectly capable. We get the shot of Gigantamax has the troll in a sleeper hold and has just taken control of the situation. And I think that as Beowulf emerges from the wreckage of the bus, rubbing his head, opens his eyes to just see that the portal has opened and expanded and and that is slowly becoming a small black hole is emerging. The portal to the hell dimension is open and is expanding, and focusing on the immediate threat, the giant monster threat, has let the portal start to expand.
Okay. So the portal's expanding quicker than we thought, and all that's really happening out on the field is our guys are subduing this troll. So I am imagining that Gigantamax doesn't notice this because they're busy with the troll. So it's only Beowulf and the two of us in the war room that notice that there's a bigger looming threat behind.
So I think Beowulf calls into us is how we are alerted to it. I think that we're getting you, mid monologue about is Gigantamax is very capable. Over the loudspeaker, we're just hearing, MHR, this is Beowulf, come in. MHR, I will come down upon you with the fiery grasp of 1,000 kings if you do not answer my call. I love the guy, but he just gets like this sometimes. Does your hero, do they get like this?
I'm sorry, are you gonna take that?
You know what? No, I am not going to. Hold on. Excuse me, this is MHR coming into Beowulf, and if you are going to call into this line, if you are going to ask for our help, you are going to treat us with some respect. Is that clear? Is that understood? I do not want to have to write you up. I understand. I know the status that your membership is in. I know the status that your union, I know your union due payment is late, and you will respect this line. Thank you. Was that good? How was that? Was that good?
I just meant, are you going to take the call? Because you seemed really unurgent about the whole, but good job. No, that was good for you for sticking up for yourself. Oh my God.
This is MHR. We're going to transfer you to our local representative, Charlie.
Hey, what's going on out there? I'm not going to call you by your name because it's silly, but what's going on?
What is silly about the name Beowulf? It is the name that was handed down for me from generation to generation.
Yeah, could you just tell me the situation? Because I'd like to get it fixed.
The portal to the realm of eternal suffering is opening and expanding and will soon consume this city around us if we do not take immediate action. I need direction. Tell me how to stop this.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you for finally telling us. Hold, please. And I put the line on hold, and so there's a magical realm opening up. It's going to destroy everything. I don't know. Do you have something in your machine box in your laboratory that can stop a giant portal to an eternal world of suffering? Do you have one of those?
I That means I gotta go into the stacks.
There's stacks.
There are stacks. I'm gonna need some help. Can we? All right. Let's. And I think like what do we envision the stacks look like?
The stacks. I have no idea. What do you mean stacks? Like stacks of
I
like,
think it is like a library. I think that is like library stacks.
Okay, yeah, library stacks. Okay, that is what I thought you meant by that. Okay. So it's just I'm imagining like endless filing cabinets, like the filing cabinets from Bruce Almighty, but like it is like really, really long filing cabinets.
It is an entire wall of filing cabinets that like it like, because this is the magical section, like if you look, it looks like it goes on forever in each way, but on the other side of the room are the kegs for the bar. Like it is just downstairs in the basement. There is a ping pong table.
Wow, this place is kind of cool, I guess.
If you and Gigantamax got your dues up to date, you would have free access to this between the hours of 9 a.m. and midnight.
How do you expect us to pay dues? I am a paramedic, and they are an 18-year-old superhero who can't keep a job down because they keep, well.
Have you not? Hold on. First of all, hold on. And I think like pulls the ladder, slides down.
Yeah, this can wait.
Slides down, grabs the thing, grabs a pamphlet and hands it to you. It is the MetaHumans Regional Civic Service Scholarship Program.
Oh.
We have a whole program where if you do good deeds in the community, we comp your membership fees. It is like you commit to a certain degree of like extra heroic. It's not just like fight the monster, you repair the city afterwards. You commit a certain number of hours of service work in the community. It boosts the union's image. We comp your dues. It's sort of a service. It's a way for us to give back while also, repairing our relationship with the community. Has no one given you the spiel yet?
Charlie looks over at the paper and is like, yeah, he's already done this. Like times a million.
Well, then
so he should be in.
Then you should be fine. Okay, I'm gonna listen. Portal first, then paperwork, because we got to get you on the scout. This is I personally, Charlie.
Okay, yeah,
I'm excited. I am excited. This is gonna be great. I'm having a great day. Stacks, right? Magical
is it
ritual.
The paperwork. Is that why you're excited?
I mean, yeah, I get to fill out some that. Once you see the filing system, you're going to get excited too. We need to do a ritual.
Okay.
Portals. It's not filed under P for portal. I know this because it's the first place I would look, and it's never there. It's going to be under... what are some words? What are some words for portal? Because it's filed under a synonym, and I know this. If you had to picture like a broader category.
Is it like... interdimensional travel?
Interdimensional. Yes, it is interdimensional passageways. That's what it is. That's
okay.
Okay, it is. Well, but it's actually going to be under P because it's passageways, it's passageways in parentheses interdimensional because it's under the passageways section. Thank you.
While you're rambling, she's just looking through the filing cabinet.
You find it immediately.
Yeah, here it is. Okay.
It is very specifically like portal sealing ritual. There's like a red little thing because like obvious, like it's been specifically marked as that like this is what 90% of the sections looking in this file section are looking for.
Yeah. This is great and all. Very thorough instructions, but I don't have magic. I don't know. I'm assuming that you don't either. So how exactly are we gonna get this to, I don't know, your flying friend?
That's a great question. Do you drive?
I am a paramedic, so I do drive, and I drive fast. I could get us there. I'm not thrilled that we have to go down there, but I will
It is
if we have to.
This is union business, so it does. Gas is covered. Just to be clear.
That was not my worry, but okay. Yes, we can. We should.
The
let's
ingratitude, but fine.
We pile into my ambulance. I flick on the sirens, and we go so fast that you think you might just die from the speed and recklessness alone.
Great. Yeah, we are tearing down the highway. I think as we are tearing down the highway, I am on the radio with Beowulf, like reading off. Okay, so you need to take the ash of the fire that has been conjured from the portal. You need to spread it in a circle. Can you be doing this while we're That was very cool. That was a very cool stunt, Charlie. I need to recognize that was very cool. Can you like spread the circle of salt before we get there? Is that going to be a thing you can do? All right, he says he's going to be able to do it. He says he's
Tell that flying mad person that if he does not, if they do not keep Max safe, I will come for them. And it won't be pretty.
They seem understanding. They seem reasonable. They are saying I think I'm gonna have the two of us roll to connect with Beowulf. And
okay.
I think this is an empathy roll for both of us.
Okay, let's do it.
Which is only 1 for me, but I do get +1 because Beowulf is my super, so I get a +1 for working with them.
This is another 3 for me total.
That is a 4, 5, 6. That is 9.
So we do not connect with Beowulf on this. We're just berating them.
They are mad at us for talking shit earlier and just have like hung up. I think in the middle of you saying all of that, like we hear the like doo doo doo.
Yeah.
They did not just hang up on us.
They hung up on you.
They did not just hang up on me.
Max does not hang up on me. And
that's got to be so nice. Is that nice? That feels like it would be lovely.
It's very nice. Well, Max is very lovely, which is why she cannot die today.
That is, well, you know what? I am going to promise you as both a studious union rep and also someone who appreciates good phone courtesy, I'm not going to let your friend Max die today.
Okay. We get to the scene lickety split and with no too few scares on our own lives, just from the driving, but we get there.
Beowulf has abandoned the portal and I think that we see that the troll has broken away from the sleeper hold, and Beowulf and Gigantamax are like fully in team up mode, just beating the hell out of the troll, which means the portal is continuing to grow unabated.
Okay, so here's what I think we have to do. I think that we can't distract them from that because they need to focus. So what if we do everything that the ritual requires besides the magic part, and then we just tag in Beowulf when we're done? You know, I mean, we'll circle assault and put
90% of magic is just following like an instruction sheet.
Oh my God,
it's
it's perfect for you.
It's like cooking. Do you cook?
No. I microwave.
Same thing. Like you gotta poke the holes in the TV dinner.
Yeah, I do that.
I mean, you really like. Otherwise, it gets all chewy.
Is that what happens? I've been too afraid to not do it. So I've never tried.
The water gets trapped. It gets wet. It gets stiff and hard. It's a mess. You're making the right call.
Okay, good. Well, then it's like that.
Okay.
So we do the ritual as far as we can do the ritual. I think this is going to be brains for both of us.
I think it's a brains roll.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I mean, that's an 8.
And that's a 7 for me.
Fantastic. Yeah, we
Done.
we get it all put to
What?
I think what happens, I think we rolled well enough that what happens is we do all of the things, we step back and we're like, all right, time to call Bea. What? Portal sealing up. Did we just
What? No.
Did we just do magic?
No, we can't
Did
do
we
magic.
the portal, like, are you not seeing, like, the ghosts are all screaming and flying back? It looks like that portal is being magically sealed up by a ritual.
Well, maybe your flying friend is doing it from over there.
I mean, that's nasty. They just literally flew through that troll's chest. That's pretty sick, but, like, that doesn't seem like it would help the portal part of it.
Oh.
Charlie, did we just do a magic?
I mean, maybe. I guess.
I mean, that's pretty cool though, right?
If you tell anyone, I will get you.
Can we compromise? Can I tell people that I did a magic?
Yeah.
That's great. That works for me. I'm happy with that trade-off.
Okay. Well, congratulations on your magic. Can we please get the hell out of here right now?
You're
immediately?
right. And I think this is our final complication.
Okay. What is it?
I think this is our final complication. Our final complication is there is someone, and I'm going to throw it to chat or Dylan if you have ideas. There is someone else. Actually, it's got to involve the wizard, right? Like the wizard has been left unattended.
Yeah, the wizard just had their portal torn to shreds, so they've got to be upset. They've got to be having not a great day.
Who have they taken hostage?
Okay, here's my idea. I think that as the portal starts to get torn to bits, it's like sucking back all the demons and stuff back into it. But it's also like sucking a bunch of debris and things with it. And there's like a device that Gigantamax wears to like regulate them when they're like changing sizes. And it like kind of gets ripped off and like sucked into the black hole, and they have to go back to like human size.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that the wizard takes that opportunity and nabs them.
I like that. I really like that. I like that a lot. That's good.
Yeah. Oh my God, Kitty.
Oh, hello, Carla. We had a Carla Tortelli break.
Hello, little cat.
Shout out to Carla Tortelli. She was named after the Cheers character. We did not name her, but it was a sign that she was meant for our home.
Oh, that's so cute.
So how do we react to this situation happening?
We were just about to like hop into the ambulance and drive away. And Charlie just throws the keys on the seat. Oh no. No. What do we do?
I made a promise. I am a good union rep. I keep my promises to my people. And once we get that paperwork filed, you two are my people. And I think taps a button on his watch and like in his hands is like blue light appears in his hands, and like what I can only describe as like one of the big prop guns from Men in Black just like appears.
Yes.
We gotta save him.
Okay.
What's your stance?
Did you always have that?
Standard union issue. Are you ethically opposed to weapons? I don't want to like impose.
I've never. No, you can. I mean, you're fine. You can shoot the troll and the wizard if you want. But I don't have a gun, nor do I know how to fire one.
Understood. I just wanted to confirm, like, if we like, I didn't know if it was like you just didn't have one, but if you had one, you were gonna go Rambo. But like, if you'd rather keep your hands clean, that is understandable.
Oh, I said nothing about keeping my hands clean. And she's gonna pull out a syringe, and she's be like, I just have to get close enough to that wizard. That's all.
All right, I can. Honestly, I can't shoot this thing for shit, so like I can get you close. It's just gonna be a little. It's if you do you have like a private line to your friend?
Yeah, of course.
Tell him to like just drop to the floor because a lot of things are gonna start blowing up real quick.
Did you catch that? He's been in my ear the whole time. And you see of in the distance him like getting ready to drop down.
Hey, this is MHR to B. B coming through. I have a name that was given to me. B, can you just can you do me a solid and make sure that the area is clear? I need you on crowd control for a moment because things are gonna get real hot real quick. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for choosing the MetaHumans regional for your superhero union needs.
How would you describe your relationship to Beowulf?
I think that I recognize that I am not the most pleasant person to deal with on a day-to-day basis, but I think that I think you can attest to this. I think that when the tacks are down, I come through, but like
no, that's been made very clear. Oh, speaking of which, and she's gonna start running.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just lasers and lightning bolts just blasting in all directions. Support beams from the ceiling are just collapsing as it's just like a gigantic plasma cannon firing off in all directions. And as that is happening, what is Charlie doing as you are getting as I'm firing off, getting ready?
Charlie is running to try to sneak up on the wizard and sedate the wizard.
Great. So this is going to be a resources roll for me.
And I think it is for me too, because this is not really my my medic skills. It's just that I happen to have this drug.
That is a 4 for me.
Ooh. All right, that's a 6 for me.
That's 10.
We did it! Wow. All right, so Charlie sneaks up behind this wizard who's got Max in normal size Max in a chokehold and with magic or something, I don't know, and jabs him. Mm-hmm. And the wizard like magic starts to like fizzle from their fingers and they collapse to the ground. And Charlie and Max have a big old hug. What's going on with Beowulf?
I think Beowulf has touched down. I think specifically we find Lou curled up against a wall holding the gun, which is fully out of energy, just like shaking, because like has never fired a gun in his life, was fully bluffing about being ready to use a weapon, fully sitting just like Beowulf is now just standing over him, and they're like, do you want to apologize for being rude to me on the phone? Yes, very much so. I see that you're under a lot of stress. I do apologize. I recognize you do a lot of good work. Can we go now? I'd like to go back to the Union Hall. I'd like to be done with this.
Charlie and Max walk over and Charlie whacks Beowulf on the back of the head. And it's like, you be nice to him. I'm sorry, but if not for Lou, right?
Lou, yes, Lou.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If not for Lou here, I think you would have been sucked into a portal and responsible for the life of one teenager, mind you. Never mind a school bus full of kids. Embarrassing. Get in the ambulance. We're going home.
And I think they stand there for a second, and they look down at Lou. You showed the bravery of a warrior today, and I respect this. I am not getting in that ambulance. I think like smoke forms around them and they disappear, and Lou like calms out for a moment. They just do that. It feels rude, right? It feels a little rude to just disappear in a puff of smoke.
I see now why you're so prickly.
You get it. This is what, and like
you're prickly because you're surrounded by prickles, and like, that's what it goes that way.
Like on Beowulf is like, that's our big one, but like, I mean, we can talk in the ambulance, but like, it's like there's like 47 of these. Every one of them, it's got.
Well, are they all that disrespectful?
I mean, they're all weird. Like they're all like.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, and she like scruffs Max's hair.
Can I tell you about Atomic Man? Because like, I understand. I get excited about filing systems. You probably get excited about paramedic stuff, but like, I can't hear about molecular breakdowns, and it's just, it goes and it goes and it.
Well, all right, but at least that one's talking to you.
Yeah, but like, sometimes we have to get to work. Like at a certain point, like we have to do the job and save the world. And it's just like, well, here's an interesting chemical. It never ends. And it's like, sometimes you got to take things a little seriously,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm real sorry about that.
It's the nature of the job. You're going to get used to it when you hang around the union hall.
That's a big if. We haven't really had time to talk it over. And Max is like, how much paperwork again?
Oh, I'm just going to like, you can just sit. We've got shuffleboard. I will have PFT make you a cocktail. It's ideal. It's wonderful. I might just ask you some questions. I think that I would really love to pitch you on membership in MHR. I think that it is a wonderful organization that is doing a lot of good.
Well, you know what? We'll talk about it back at MHQ.
And I think gets in the ambulance and like I think we see the ambulance drive off, and I think that's the end of the issue.
That's the end of the issue.
And that's game.
That's the game.
Oh my god, I love this game so much.
This was very fun. Oh my god.
Oh, I had so much fun with this. Thank you so much for coming on the show and playing this with me. This was the best experience.
Thank you.
And thank you to everyone in chat for hanging out with us. This was a wonderful game. This was a wonderful experience. I am glad to be doing live stuff again. Like I genuinely did miss getting, like, the reason that I wanted to do this on Twitch was like we haven't done a live thing since 2020 for obvious reasons, and like just never really put the energy into like committing to Twitch stuff, and like this was fun and I would like to do more Twitch stuff in the future.
Yeah, this was great.
So real quick, before I wrap up the show, where can people find you, your work, and Guys and Chairs online?
Yeah, go to Superdillin on any social media. Or if you want to just go directly to my games, you go to superdillin.itch.io. Guys and Chairs is free right now. You're happy to pay me for it if you would like to, but you don't have to. Most of my games are for free. But I do have a brand new game out. It's linked on my itch, but it is on Andre Rivera Arts itch, and it is American Werewolf Biker Club, where you play a group of werewolves who are traveling across North America and visiting different chapters of a all werewolf biker club. And it's very good. It's very good. It's one of the best things I think I've made. So you should definitely go and check that out. Andre and I made that together, and it's very good, and it has some beautiful werewolf art in it.
That's sick. That is sick.
Yeah. So that's where you can find me and my stuff.
Well, thank you again for doing the show. This was a wonderful experience. I almost threw it over to me in the future, but I realized that this is a live thing.
You don't have to do that.
I have to just do that.
In the present.
I have to do all of the other stuff. Well, thank you again. I'm going to skip all of the Twitter and Twitch stuff. I'll do it. Why not? You can follow the show on Twitter at Party of One Pod, Tumblr at Party of One Pod, TikTok at Party of One Podcast. Support the show at Patreon or Coffee. You can always leave us an iTunes review. There's a bunch of things you can do. Yes. Thank you, Rover, for listening. Take it, present me. Rio, I'm here now. I'm in it. There's a lot of things you can do to support the show. There are other shows that you can check out that I produce, such as Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast, an actual play about a heartless witch, a cozy house, and the many people making their lives inside, as well as All My Fantasy Children, which is a podcast that is very special.
So good.
And it's a show that I love a lot. It's a show that I make with my best friend, where we make characters based on listener-submitted prompts. Party of One is produced and edited, as always, by Jeff Stormer and Jen Frank. Music for this episode comes from the song Earth by Holizna. If you'd like to inquire about advertising rates, coming onto the show as a guest, or about press coverage, you can email me at partyofonepodcast@gmail.com. And I think that that's all I do in the outro. I am like 90% sure.
Did so good. That was the best outro I've ever heard.
And so with that, until next time, thank you everyone for tuning in and hanging out with us, watching this. I appreciate it. Thank you to Twitch. If you'd like to watch future live shows on Twitch, you can join us at twitch.tv/GMJeffStormer. And until next time, everybody, please remember to fight the forces of fascism every single day. Remember that self-love and self-care are radical and defiant acts of resistance. And as always, party on, everybody. Good night.
Party on.